guess we got one. Couldn't resist. So me and Pearsonba350, we originally set the order for these, what has it been, 4 weeks ago now, and canceled the order because we're having some problems with the dealership. And well, couldn't help ourselves. We told ourselves we would wait till at least the end of the summer, but well, a week later we were looking for them again. So I found some more, a couple more, and we went out and got them. So
there you are.
So this is the 2014 Polaris Sportsman Ace. It's a new design, new product, whatever. It's a whole new segment of off-road vehicles. Let me go ahead and walk the camera around a little bit and show off the new toy, because you know you just can't resist. I don't know what I'm going to talk about this thing. I mean, you can kind of just look at it and see. Give you a little walk around. So, as you can see, it's not exactly a quad. It is a... best way I can describe it, since they don't even know what to call these things yet, it'd be a single seat side-by-side, which doesn't really make much sense. It's not really a utility vehicle, a UTV, because it's, well, it will be used for a utility vehicle, but it doesn't have a huge bed or anything, you know, for lots of work. It's just a toy. But let me give you a quick this ain't gonna be quick. Alright, we'll just go section by section. So the front end, I'm sure I'm gonna be wrong on certain things here. This is just off my memory. The front suspension shares the same front end as the Polaris Sportsman, I think 570 quads, or just the Sportsman quads. It's got the McPherson strut design front end. It's kind of like a car. Kind of a bad angle here, but it's actually got a strut with a spring on it, not a coilover. It's a strut. Here we go. You can see the strut mounts there, just like a strut's supposed to. It's only got one control arm. It's obviously four-wheel drive, so you got CV shafts all over the place. Steel braided brakes. Jump to the rear end. It's actually a nice little setup. This is the rear end. This shares a lot of the parts, I believe, with the Razor 570. So I believe it has maybe the same suspension, maybe not. It might just be the rear transaxle or diff. I think transmission, transaxle are the same. The rear obviously has a coilover spring setup with dual A-arms. It's got sway bars, all that good stuff. Rear shocks are adjustable, or coils, whatever you want to call them, coilovers. It's got the standard quad style setup there. Came with the little wrench and all that. The front end, being the strut design, doesn't have that. It's not adjustable. But I believe there's actually a kit out there that works. It's not specifically for it, but it works. I think it's more for the Sportsman quad, because it uses the same parts, and you can basically make your front end adjustable too. We'll see if I'll even need that or not. Tire size is 25 inches in the front, 25 inches in the rear. I believe 8-inch wide on the front, 10-inch wide in the rear. It fits within the 50-inch ATV trail limit. You know, a lot of trails, they limit you how wide the vehicle can be. This is 48 inches wide, and that's kind of the design of it, so it can go anywhere a quad can. Yeah, a lot of people are putting aftermarket wheels on it, but they're getting a little too wide. They're not able to fit in some of the trails, but I might go out to the 50-inch wide, max it out a little bit. Excuse me. But it all depends on how she performs. I think it'll be fine just the way it is. It's got a lot lower center of gravity than a quad, because You can see how much lower you're sitting. You're not sitting on top of the bike, you're actually sitting in it. The engine is actually basically behind you, just like a Razor. So it's basically the same setup as like a Razor, or a side-by-side. Come in here. So the engine is a 327cc. It's not huge, but what Polaris is doing with these motors is pretty incredible, so they're getting a lot more power out of them. It's actually 32 horsepower, which, give or take, I believe is roughly about the power that Polaris was getting out of their like 450 quads, 400s. So they're getting really good power out of these things. So I think Polaris is trying to focus more on horsepower versus the engine size, because all people want to see is, you know, what size is the engine? Oh, it's too small. Well, let me tell you, it scoots right along. It's pretty fun. It's no, 1000 or anything like that, but it'll do anything you want it to. But yeah, these are belt drive. So that's the cover for the belt, and I believe the clutch and everything is in there. As with any quad, if that stuff gets wet, you get some belt slippage and different things, so they got it sealed off pretty good. It has a huge vent up here for it, but also has a drain fitting down there if you do get some water in there. I'm just going to keep walking around until I think of something else to show off. I mean, it's got a little storage up in the front here. It's supposed to be like a 3-gallon storage. It's not exactly huge or ideal for a whole lot, but it gives you something. The accessories for these things there's a good handful of them, especially the factory accessories. Rear bed, it's actually a decent little size area back there. You can put quite a bit of stuff back there. Not sure what I'm going to do back here. They do make a storage, Polaris makes a storage box that comes up to about there. It's just this huge box that sits in there, and it's all sealed and great for storage, but I don't really care for the way it looks. But there's lots of accessories. There's a couple different tops, soft top, hard top. There's storage bags you can hang all over it, which I'll probably end up picking up a few of. There's hard doors from Polaris, plus there's an aftermarket company making hard doors as well. Every week something new comes out for these. They're pretty new, so all the accessories are still making their way to the market. I'm not sure what else to really show you. 5-gallon gas tank underneath the seat. There's your shifter next to the seat. There's your driver center, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Let me have a seat in it. Really easy to get in and out of. I'll show you. So there's your little instrument cluster. I never tried to go through it without starting it. There you go. Looks like I got about 1 hour on it so far. Woohoo! Need to set the clock. 49. I don't know what that is. 3 miles. 3.2 miles. Oh, that's a trip. There's your RPMs. It's got tach. It's got your temperature for the engine. 140 degrees right now. Pretty cold. There's your DC voltage for your battery. There's a 1 of something, 49 of something. Can't think of what that is. It's obviously got lights. It's got the 4-wheel drive. It's got Polaris's all-wheel drive setup. It's not a full 4-wheel drive, give or take. It's more of a, as soon as the rear end starts slipping, the front end will grab. But you can also just go in straight 2-wheel drive. Just show you the gear selector here. It's got park, reverse, neutral, low, and high. So it's got a CVT transmission, constant velocity transmission. So you don't shift gears, it just always basically stays in the power band that it needs to be. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to go cruise Walker Valley next weekend in them. One thing I do definitely want to get is obviously some bumpers. It's just a whole lot of plastic on the front and rear. Polaris makes a big brush guard style front bumper, but I'm not big on the big bulky stuff. I want something a little cleaner and more simple, just a couple bars, maybe one bar, you know. For ergonomics, if anybody cares, it does have a adjustable steering wheel. If I can do this without, you can see it. That's a little stiff one-handed here. I'll have to readjust it there. See, it's got a little gas strut underneath it there. And a lock on the side. It goes up and down like 3 inches or something. The seat, which is actually pretty damn comfortable, is adjustable as well. There's a little lever here. I don't know how the hell it works. I can't even remember. Yeah, I probably gotta sit in it and figure it out. Anyway, the seat slides back and forth too. Obviously, I'm a bigger rider, so the seat's all the way back, and steering wheel's kind of down a little bit because I don't like it all the way up in the air. I guess we'll do a little segment on safety here because everybody needs to know about safety, and safety is important. The roll cage is what's the ATV deal? Ropes, ROPS, certified, I guess you can call it. There you go. I'll give you a sticker. This rope structure meets OSHA requirements, blankety blank 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 blank. Ropes, I forget, stands for rollover protection system, I believe. There you go, that sounds good. So it's got a certified roll cage. Obviously it's got a seat, it's got the door nets. Those are obviously safety oriented. And it's got a standard automotive style, what you want to call that, 3-point harness seatbelt. Alright, figure I'd give you a nice little ride-along video here. So, I'm going to be in a 2-wheel drive, high range.
Have I rode your video again?
Nope. Here we go. Oh boy, this is a good spot here. Let's put her down into low range and put her in 4-wheel drive. Oh yeah, you can see my indicators on my dash now. Surprisingly smooth. Oh jeez, I'm watching the camera trying to make sure I'm in view, and I just drove off the road. A bunch of logs and junk. Let me angle you a little better there. Alright.